Hello and welcome to Generational Talent. This is Week 5's Generational Talent. We had a lot of fun things. Real quick, biggest news that we got today as of recording, and it'll be dropped today too. Joe Flacco officially a Bengal.
Hot off the wire today right now too. I mean, what do you think about that?
I mean, here's the deal. I think the Bengals are playing it safe. I think personally there was better options out there. I know you're a big fan of Big Kirko, but I wanted Jameis Winston to go there because he will throw the ball a ton. And when you've got good receivers like Chase and Higgins, why not get the guy who you know is going to sling that thing?
Well, so if that's the case, why not go after Cousins?
Well, and that's the thing, right? Cousins is just a little too safe, and I just don't think he's as much of a slinger as Jameis Winston is nowadays.
Well, don't get me wrong. I think the big reasons Cousins stuck where he's at is nobody wants to pay him that contract.
Yeah, no,
he's
not
humongous.
at all.
He's more than almost every starter in the league.
But they pick Flacco, who's, really a worse
40.
gunslinger than both of those guys. To me...
Would you have picked Russell over Flacco?
Yeah, I would have, because at least, again, Russ will try. He'll throw moon balls, and when you've got receivers like Chase and Higgins, moon balls tend to be caught.
That is the one thing for these quarterbacks stepping in. It's not like you don't have weapons, and they have our tight end.
Fant?
Noah Fant, yeah. So, I mean, they do have weapons. That team has weapons. And so it's, and Chad Brown's a good running back. So you're not walking into some garbage team. And I know it sounds crazy. I'm not going to say they're going to go anywhere. Do not get me wrong. But remember, they won 2 games right out of the gate. So they're 2-3. They're not like out of nothing yet. I'm glad they had to pull the trigger. They definitely did have to do that because, before too long, you're going to be gone.
Yeah, no, and Browning's not the guy.
I thought he was going to be so much better, too. That's disappointing.
I thought so, too. I thought he was one of the top-tier backups in the league, and nope, not yet.
Not looking at Nope. When he came in the first time for Burrow a couple years back, he actually did pretty good. But yeah, those days are gone.
Well, even in their comeback victory against the Jags at the beginning of this season, it didn't look horrible. It was definitely like, okay, well, there he goes. He got the game win. And I just thought there was something there, but no, he has not played good at all since then.
It didn't finish that way,
All right, we're going to dive right into the Generational Talent Top 10 Takeaways. But first, I have 2 honorable mentions I'm going to throw away right now. Number 1. Actually, wait, no, one of them was the Joe Flacco news. So forget one of them. Okay. The other one, those Bills cold front uniforms, beautiful.
The white ones with the white silver logo. Yeah, those were awesome.
So sick.
Yep. Too bad it didn't help them win, but yes.
All right, jumping in here. This is 10, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so number 10, Mark Sanchez got stabbed, but is apparently the aggressor in the situation.
I read the whole thing on that, and if everything went down the way the truck driver said, just to recap, I think most people have heard about it, but if you didn't, he was in Mark Sanchez, the backup quarterback, who I think is known for the butt fumble, is what most people are
that's 100% what he's known for.
He was a good college quarterback at USC, but here's the thing. So he was intoxicated from what we're hearing, pretty heavily intoxicated, confronted this delivery driver in his truck, telling him he had to leave or he couldn't be in this alley.
Couldn't park in the alley.
Yeah, and the delivery driver, based on his statement, was trying to, basically get away. You don't know what you're talking about, kind of a thing. The guy, Sanchez, started getting aggressive. The guy pepper sprayed him. He kept coming at him, and he stabbed him. So
also, if Mark Sanchez handled getting pepper sprayed and still advanced on this guy, that's insane.
Yeah, and so, but it definitely did not paint a great picture. Not that we want anything bad happen or we're condoning stabbing somebody, but if Mark Sanchez, if that went down the way it was, and he was the aggressor, and it sounds like if they arrested him, there is some merit to it. Don't do that kind of stuff. And I guess he slammed the guy against the wall too.
Yeah, no. All in all,
and the guy was old. He was like 70 or something.
Yeah, he's like 69, I think.
Yeah.
All alleged, of course, until things get obviously through court. But if any of this is true, Mark Sanchez is garbage. Yeah. So, moving on. Number 9, my 9th takeaway here: the Ravens, Bengals, and Chiefs, I would say officially are no longer powerhouses.
Ravens, Bengals, Chiefs.
In terms of teams last year that were powerhouses that now are garbage.
I think the Chiefs might have an opportunity to slide back in. Not a powerhouse, I would agree. None of them are powerhouses this year. I think the Chiefs can still be relevant in the playoff talk.
I think they can still make the playoffs, but definitely not powerhouse.
Yeah, because don't forget, Rashid Rice is coming back too. So they're going to get some weapons back here. I think he comes back next week.
Probably.
Or it's coming up. But yeah, I would agree. In terms of a threat, people are afraid of, no, none of them.
No. We've got the Jets, the only winless team still in the NFL. Why is that?
They're their own worst enemy. I mean, that team just cannot get out of its own way. Fields, again, he is okay. He is, I hate to say it, he's never going to take a team anywhere. So I think you've got the combination there because, again, we'll say it like we've said every year, there are scattered weapons on that team. But I think, like we can all agree in the NFL, I think when we mentioned some of those quarterbacks that could have been in play for Cincinnati, I think in two of those cases, I would agree with you, Jameis and Cousins could probably do much better with the Jets than who they've currently got. So they're their own worst enemy.
Yeah, Justin Fields ain't it.
No, he's not the answer.
Number 7, Tyler Lockett's fumble recovery was a thing of beauty. That was a Titans game that the Titans really shouldn't have won, but I'm happy they did because their method of winning was strange. But that whole fumble process that ends up somehow bobbling its way into the end zone for Tyler Lockett to go ahead and get them a touchdown, insanity. But I'm glad we got to see it live.
We love Tyler Lockett on this show. He's a class act.
And then I've got the Saints getting their first win. Dart looked bad, but Kool-Aid McKinstry looked great.
Yeah. Yep. Saints did get on the board, and Dart did look bad. A lot of the internet sensational stuff was his mama.
Oh, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Interesting. Jackson Dart's mother.
Yeah. I have to take a peek when you get a chance. Yeah, I can see why it went and blew up the internet. Her mom's a fitness instructor and stuff, too. His mom is kind of a fitness instructor. And
so she's famous for being hot.
Easy on the eyes there, son. Yeah.
Number 5, we've got the battle of the throwback jerseys. The Buccaneers versus the Seahawks, both looking beautiful. Hell of a game. Obviously, there's no other way to put it. As much as it sucks for us being Seahawks fans and taking an L, that was a great game. That was the best shootout of the week.
Back and forth. That was crazy.
Yeah, no, that last fourth quarter stuff was just insane.
2 of the better quarterbacks in the league, too, by far. Those guys look good.
Both of which were Carolina Panthers at one point in time.
And kudos to the 2 receivers in that game because you got Mbuka, the rookie, who's a stud for Tampa Bay, and Jackson Smith is killing it for Njigma when it comes to the Seahawks. I mean, that dude's got like 600 yards receiving already or something. So
very good stuff.
Yeah.
Number 4, I've got the Bills losing to the Patriots and the Eagles losing to the Broncos, leaving no more undefeated teams in the NFL.
Miami's celebrating. The 75 Miami Dolphins team is undefeated, is still celebrating because, again, they just hold tight. That record is insane, like 50 years old now.
And it was interesting losses, too. Definitely unexpected losses, I would say. The Eagles maybe less so, but I did not see the Bills losing to the Patriots.
No, I didn't either. No.
Number 3, we've got a 99-yard pick 6 on Patrick Mahomes, a reason to celebrate. Obviously, nobody likes Patrick Mahomes except for maybe his wife, but even then, I'm not sure.
And that was Lloyd, the linebacker for Jacksonville. And yeah, I love what he said about, I never would have made it there if it wasn't for my team blocking for me. He goes, I've never run 99 yards in my life. So, and he read that play beautifully.
Number 2, here's one. I'm not sure that I made this prediction on air, but I know I made it to you personally, so I'll make it on air now if I haven't already. I said, I think on week 2, that I predicted the Dolphins, and then, mind you, this is before Tyreek Hill's injury, before a lot of stuff. I predicted the Dolphins would be 1-5 on week 6, or on week 7, depending on if they have a bye. But either way, they were going to start their season 1-5, and that their head coach, McDaniels, would be fired. I am one step closer on that prediction.
You definitely are, and you nailed it. I do not think he's going to get fired, though, because I really haven't heard those rumors. Not too much, but yeah, the team is not playing good football at all.
No, God, no, they look like garbage. Yeah. And then my final one, it's almost 3 takeaways in one because of just the craziness behind it all. Number 1, if you are a fan of the Cardinals, I apologize for you because it must suck to be a Cardinals fan. But we have DeMercado dropping the ball right before the goal line, a classic bungle in football.
Right after it happened the week prior.
Yes.
Another player did it.
It pissed off Scott Hansen so bad on NFL Red Zone. I don't know if you heard his blow up about
Scott
it.
Hansen's the greatest.
I love him. I love him. He's like, you cannot be paid to be an NFL player and do stupid stuff like that. Oh, he was pissed.
Absolutely
right. Obviously, not only does that happen.
He had money on the game.
Well, he probably did. But you also have a huge lead in the fourth quarter.
Which probably would have solidified it.
Oh, it would have. Huge lead in the fourth. You do this goofy move. All of a sudden, you lose your lead. And the best part about it all, I don't know if you've seen the video yet, but after that...
the coach?
Johnathan Gannon straight up punches him.
Yeah, I didn't see him hit him. He actually
he hits him. It's hilarious.
That part's not okay, but him laying into it was totally
he straight up hits him. I guess he apologized at a team meeting. But yeah, DeMercado fumbles the ball. They lose the game. Johnathan Gannon's punching, and Scott Hansen's pissed. What a number 1 takeaway.
Kyler Murray's line is perfect. He goes, we just wrote the book on how to lose 101. You did.
Yeah.
You guys blew it. You choked.
Embarrassing.
Choked.
As Cam Ward said, I believe last week, they played like ass. And
Yeah.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
You played like ass. Well,
pretty
Kyler
much
Murray
did.
really didn't do too much bad, but the team played like ass.
I know this was your top 10. I just want to throw it in there. I did like talking about the game last night, which was Jacksonville beating the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yes.
The play where Trevor Lawrence falls on his butt on the 1 yard line. They need they have no more timeouts. He's got to get a touchdown to win because they're down 4. They had to go up. He hikes the ball, trips over his feet or gets stepped on, falls down, tries to get up, falls down again, gets up, thinks I should throw the ball away because there's no timeout. He gets tackled. That time's just time. But instead sees that there's a lane, he falls, and you can almost feel his exhaustion as he dives to the end zone, gets the ball over. And to Jacksonville's credit, with the 99-yard interception and that drive, Jacksonville deserved that game.
No, it was beautiful, and that the stumble into the end zone, it was pretty much what a lot of folks have seen on Thanksgiving when your drunk uncle really wants to play ball in the backyard. It was that, but in an actual NFL game.
It was something that was impressive, and again, Jacksonville 4-1. Who would have saw it?
Yeah, no. Before we get into some of the betting stuff, Dad, any other takeaways from this NFL week that you wanted to throw out there? Anything that just blew your gosh dang mind?
That blew my mind, huh? I mean, I'll tell you this. On a personal note, my apologies to anybody who listened to my bets last week. I stunk. I would say in just picking games, the worst I've ever done in my life, I got 2.
Yeah, no, this was a weird week. This was a week of blowouts,
terrible.
of underdog victories. It was everybody but the Jets really could figure something out.
Yeah. So I would say that I really want to get back to a normal week in terms of my betting and my picks and stuff. I mean, not that I bet the house or the deed or the car, but I'm just saying it was a rough week in terms of predictions. So I'm hoping this week's more.
Well, I actually, won my first William Hill bet of the season. After losing $70 since the beginning of the season, I finally turned $1 into $5.50 on an accidental bet.
Oh, on an accidental bet. Kudos to you, Tommy.
I was just looking at bets, right, and I accidentally picked the one for Baker and our quarterback Darnold to both go over 250, which they obviously did handily. And so turned $1 into $5.50. I'm like, okay, so when I do it by accident, I can hit a bet, but when I'm actually
start closing your eyes, start having your kids pick.
I had them pick squares at the beginning of the season. None of them were hitting though, so I just gave up on that.
I hear you.
The only other takeaway, I just had it on the top of my head, and now it is Chargers. The Chargers went from looking like one of the best teams in the NFL to all of a sudden falling off a little bit.
Injuries are getting them too. They've lost offensive linemen. They just lost their running back in Hampton. They're having. I know they need to get it going though. No excuses. You still got.
You got
weapons.
3 decent receivers.
Yeah, good one. Yeah,
Ladd is good.
McConkey's not doing much. I have him in so many teams.
Ladd's normally very good. Quentin Johnson started the year strong, and then Keenan Allen's reliable. It's just interesting that they're having such struggles.
Yeah, they're definitely. They need to get it back on track because I thought they were going to be a powerhouse, but things are changing.
Well, prayers up for my boy Justin Herbert, and we'll catch you guys in segment 2. Welcome back to Generational Talent. We are now in the betting section of our podcast. So, Dad, you're going to go ahead and read those spreads, and we'll tell you what our thoughts are.
Yep, and then we'll come back with you at the end and give you, Tommy's 3 and my 3. But here we go. Ready? We've got Thursday night right here. Eagles at the Giants. Eagles are favored by 7.5. Over under of 40.5.
So here's the thing. I personally, I don't see the Eagles winning by that big of a margin. I don't. I'd probably go Giants. I think they're maybe going to win by a field goal. I also can see the Giants coming back. I think Jackson Dart had a bad game, yes, but I don't think he's that bad.
I agree with you 100% on all of that. I think the Eagles are going to win this game, but I don't think it's going to be more than maybe 4 at the most. I think plus 7.5 for the Giants is a good bet.
Yeah.
Next up, we have our boys, the Hawks, and back-to-back tough games. Geez. The Hawks are at Jacksonville. Jacksonville is favored minus 1.5, over under 46.5.
Nah, give me my boys. My boys are going to come back angry after that Tampa Bay loss. They are too strong. Our defense is good. I don't think the weapons in Jacksonville are going to hold up.
I kind of like us for a number of reasons. I wish we were at home, but in the same token, we play better on the road. But I do like the fact that Seahawks are coming off of a loss where they were so frustrated and they look good. Jaguars are coming off of a win that a few things went their way, of course. So I just feel like the Seahawks are out for some punishment.
There you go.
Okay, next up we have the Broncos, 3-2 against the 0-5 Jets. Denver's favored by 7.5, over under 43.5.
Yeah, I'm gonna just give this one to Denver. I don't see the Jets haven't made any moves to get better, and I just see them kind of probably whooping up on them pretty good.
I couldn't agree more. And I think the Broncos are due for a breakout game. Why not against the Jets? Everybody else is.
Yeah, no, most definitely.
Okay, next up we have the 2-3 Cardinals at The 4-1 Colts. Colts are favored by 6.5.
Oh, Colts all day. Colts are going to hand the butts back to these Cardinals. The Cardinals are a joke. They're the worst team ever existed. They're garbage. Get them out of my division. They just embarrass us.
So I do feel they blew it. I feel that team needs some discipline, but for whatever reason, I'm not picking them to win. I do think the Colts are going to win, but I do think it's going to be closer.
Oh, man, no. Colts are going to – Danny Dimes is going to make Kyler Murray look like a child.
Make your notes because this is going to be one of those generational talents where we're different. I do think Cardinals are going to make this right down to the end.
Okay, so if you had to give me, like, the spread for them that you think they'll hit on.
I think the Colts will win by 3.
Trav says Colts win by 3. I'm going to say they win by 10.
Okay, this is one of those where we totally differ. Tommy got me last week with a bunch of these. All right, next up we have the 3-2 Rams at the 1-4 hapless, hopeless, beat up Ravens. LA Rams are favored by 7.5, over under 44.5.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, easy Rams victory. Do I think it's by a full tutty? What was the over under?
7.5. Over under 44.5.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll. Probably going to be over.
Over?
I just don't see a lot of defense, really.
I think it depends. If Lamar's in there, I think they can compete. If he's not in there, the Rams are going to cover that 7.5 in my mind.
That's fair.
Okay, we got the 2-2-1 Cowboys against the 2-3 Panthers. Dallas is favored 3.5, over under 49.5. That one's hard. I'll go first on that one. Here's what I would say on that one. Panthers are playing better football. They are competitive. They're not getting destroyed in every single game. I don't think they're going to have enough weapons. I think Dak is definitely playing some good football. He's about the only one doing it. Don't get me wrong. But I do think the Cowboys in this particular matchup, I think they're going to pull off the win, and I do think they're going to cover the 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5 I think is a smaller margin. It's Cowboys at Panthers, you said?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go Cowboys.
All right. Next up, we have the 1-4 Browns against the 3-1 Steelers in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's favored -5, the over-under 38.5.
It's a defensive game.
Yeah.
I think it's an easy over, honestly. That's probably the one I'd touch. I think.
Yeah.
Browns are definitely a very heavy team in terms of defense, but they're trying out, is it Gabriel, right?
Dylan Gabriel, yep.
So it's going to be a different kind of offensive style that we're seeing instead of Joe Flacco. Maybe that means more touchdowns.
I suppose. I didn't even think about this. I suppose that also means that Shadur is now the backup.
You
just got rid of your third quarterback, so Shadur moved up by default to number 2.
Yeah, and maybe Deshaun's still in there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, right. Okay, we got the 3-2 Chargers we've been talking about in terms of where are the Chargers at the. I suppose if there's ever a game to rebound, it's against the 1-4 Dolphins.
Yeah.
The Chargers are favored -4.5. Sorry, Nick, -4.5. The over under 43.5.
I mean. There's no shot the Dolphins.
Banged up Chargers, yeah.
It's a banged up Chargers, but the Dolphins are just a joke. I think this is an easy W for the Chargers. What was the spread?
4.5.
Yeah, I'm going to give that easy to the Chargers.
I'm going to go the opposite way. I think that game's going to come down to a field goal. I do agree Chargers are going to win, but I think it'll come down to a field goal just because Chargers are so banged up.
Yeah.
3-2 Patriots who coming off of the beating of Buffalo in Buffalo against the 1-4 Saints. New England is a 3.5 point favorite, over under 46.
3.5 point favorite?
Yes.
Yeah.
You like New England on that?
Yeah.
I kind of do. I do too.
New England coming off a good game. They're playing good football. Drake May is pretty reliable, if not game manager. He doesn't do a ton of like huge plays, but he does manage a game well. And I don't know. I think their schemes are working. So
here's one that's just going to be a ratings high one. You ready?
Yeah.
The 1-4 Titans against the 1-4 Raiders.
Yeah. God, what a boring game.
Raiders are favored 4.5, over under 41.5.
Really? The Raiders are favored?
I think it's because it's the Titans.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd give that one to the Titans over the Raiders.
Titans? Okay. Do you think they're going to outright win, or you just think they're going to cover?
Oh, I think they'll outright win. Okay. I just don't see.
This is another one to write down for us.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm picking the Raiders, and I do think they're going to cover. I think Geno can't keep looking this bad, so I think
you're right. I think he'll look worse.
Yeah, I think the Raiders are going to win. I think they're going to cover, and I think Titans are going to unfortunately get a rude awakening. Oh. I think the Raiders are going to win by 7.
Dang.
Okay, next up we have the 4-1. Oh, this is going to be a great game. 4-1 Niners versus the 4-1 Bucks.
Oh, Buccaneers. Buccaneers all day. I love Baker Mayfield.
Tampa Bay -3.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, they're covering that.
Okay.
Easy.
All right. I kind of like that too. I mean, I just think I told you from the beginning this year, before the year even started, during the drafts, I think this is going to be Baker's year.
Yeah, no, I think so too. He is a huge Super Bowl contender right now.
The Bengals 2-3 against the 1-1 Packers. Packers are a 14-point favorite.
See, that's the thing. Like Packers money line, yes, which I know is going to be low odds.
Oh yeah, you're not going to win nothing.
Because it's just hard when you've got a full 2 touchdown lead for the spread. I think the Packers have it. I would probably just play it safe, add this to a parlay, do money line.
Okay, I would. That's a big spread, but I may surprise you on one end of it.
Okay.
All right, we got the 4-1 Lions. You're right, though. This probably lost a little bit of its luster, but not really. Listen to the spread, son. The 4-1 Lions at the 2-3 Chiefs. Kansas City -2.5.
I know, which frustrates me. And
52, by the way, is the over-under. It's the highest one of the weekend.
Yeah, no, I don't think this is going to be close. I think the Lions are going to play some of their best football this season because they know they're playing the Chiefs and they need to make a statement. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to do his best, but I don't see him being the guy.
You don't think him getting the win?
No.
Okay, fair enough. I tend to agree. I was surprised Kansas City's favorite. I think Lions are going to get him, and I would bet on them that way.
Yeah.
Monday night, we have 2 games. We have the 4-1 Bills coming off their loss against the 2-2 Falcons in Atlanta. Bills are a 4.5-point favorite, over under 49.5.
Yeah, no, give me the Bills. They're gonna cover. They're gonna play angry because they lost the Patriots, and I think the Falcons are they're figuring it out. Still, unfortunately, they don't seem to be fully synchronized.
I do like the over on that game. I think that game's I think Falcons are gonna drop some points. I do agree with you. Bills are gonna put up more just because I think they are angry.
Yeah.
And the last one, the Monday night game. The second Monday night game is the 2-2 Bears against the 3-2 Commanders. Commanders are the favorite at -4.5. The over/under 50.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels is back. It's the Commanders. Caleb Williams, too busy painting his nails. He doesn't know what he's doing.
I like that too. I like the Commanders. Okay, so we'll start with you, son. Now you've heard the spreads. You got the over/unders. What is the first of your 3 team that you like this week for a ticket?
Okay, first and foremost, we'll go with my easiest one. Detroit, like we mentioned, up +2.5. I think they're going to beat the Chiefs. I'm shocked that they're the underdog in this scenario. I don't think they should be the underdog. I think Vegas has got it wrong.
Okay. My first one, I like the Broncos -7.5 over the Jets. I think they're due for a good game. I think they're going to come out and just thump the Jets fierce.
That's fair. My second one is going to be the Indianapolis Colts, -6.5 over the Cardinals. I think the Colts are just a rock solid team, and I think the Cardinals get worse and worse every minute. So
I like this one. If for no other reason, it's a change of scenery, a change of what they've got going on. I like the Bengals plus the 14 against the Packers. I'm not saying the Packers aren't going to win, but my gut tell, I could be crazy, but I'm thinking with Flacco, at least you got a guy that, can put the ball on these great receivers. So I think that game's going to be a little closer. I still think they're going to lose.
I agree. And then my last one, they screwed me last week, but I got faith in my boys. My Seahawks +1.5 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's a close spread, and I think we can win that by a field goal. Honestly, I think we can win it by more, but I'll go with the field goal is easy.
You and I are going to predict that score here in a second. So and my last one, I know this is what you're going to hate, but I feel this way. I think the Raiders are going to cover it 4.5 against the Titans.
Nah.
I think they're going to win by at least 7.
Nah.
Okay. Now, all right then, stud. We got Seahawks at Jaguars. What are you predicting for a score? Seahawks at Jacksonville.
So, I'm going to go. It's going to be, I think, a defense-heavy game, I do. I'm going to say 24-20.
Woo! I got 24-21.
Okay.
Seattle. So Tommy and I both think the Hawks. We both think it'll be a close game. I definitely think it's going to be somewhat defensive. I can't remember what the over-under was at. On that one was 46.5. So technically I went under by 1.5 point, 1.5 point.
So you had 24-21. I had 24-20.
Yep, you got it.
Okay.
All right. There's our picks there. All right. What do we got next, Stud?
All right, in segment 3, we're going to go ahead and break down our power rankings going into week 6. So catch you there. Welcome back to Generational Talent. We are now in segment 3. We are going to do our week 6 power rankings. This is one of the more difficult power rankings I've had to do. I don't know about yourself, old man.
I got a little tricky, but I felt pretty good and like it went smooth. I don't think I forgot anybody. We're going to differ on a few, I can tell.
I was going to say, this might be the most different our lists have ever looked, honestly.
It could be. It Very well could be.
So let's go ahead and get your number 15.
My number 15 is the Los Angeles Chargers. I think I still like this team, but until they get a little healthier and they start playing a little better, that's 2 in a row looking poorly.
Yeah, no, that's fair. My number 15 is the Texans, the 2-3 Texans. I think they're woken up. I think they're going to start playing good. I think they've got a decent strength of schedule as well. I'm going to go Texans.
They definitely have looked good the last 2 weeks. I definitely will give you that. Number 14 on my list, I have the Washington Commanders.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we're going to differ. Okay, Commanders. All right, my number 14 on my list is the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
They are the 2-1-1 Packers. I just think there is still a lot from that team we haven't seen yet.
This is the first one, I think, in all the weeks. We're miles apart.
Okay. All
Interesting. Right. I like it. Number 13, I have the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, they're not even on my list.
Yeah, I still think they're pretty
washed, trash team.
Okay.
My number 13 is the Steelers, Pittsburgh Steelers, 3-1.
Okay, fair enough. I knew you were gonna hate this. Number 12 for me is the Seattle Seahawks. Number 12, I like I said, I know that's a hefty drop. That's a drop of 5 spots, but I do think, we were at home. We needed to win that game, so I'm sorry.
We have not been good at home this season.
I know, it's terrible. It's driving me nuts.
My number 12 is the Chargers, 3-2. You already talked about it. There's definitely been a bit of a turning point these last 2 weeks, but I'm just not sure. I don't want to give up on them yet.
Okay. I have at number 11, I have the Denver Broncos at number 11.
I also have the Denver Broncos at number 11, 3-2. They definitely are there. I can't quite tell if they're juggernauts or just okay.
Well, here's what I would say. Defense consistently shows up all the time. It's their offense that's the question. If their offense starts to show up with that defense, they're good.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's your number 10.
Oh, number 10. I'm sorry. My number 10, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers there at number 10. Oh, wow. I do. I think that team's pretty good. I'm not saying I'm an Aaron Rodgers fan. I'm not. But they're good. They're playing pretty good football.
This one might blow your mind then. I've got for number 10, the 3-2 Rams. The LA Rams.
Okay, you have them down a little further than I do, yeah.
I don't know. They're there, but their record's 3-2, and their 2 losses have been not great.
Well, they should have beat the Niners. I was bummed that they didn't. That was disappointing. Yep. Okay, my number 9, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars at number 9.
Okay, Jacksonville Jaguars. My number 9 is the San Francisco 49ers. The best team in our division when you look at their rankings and standings.
Their standings, yeah.
I don't believe that they are the best team in our division.
I don't want to keep eating crow because I keep saying that, but they do keep winning. But I agree. And what's his face, the quarterback?
And they're about to play the Buccaneers, though.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that's gonna be a great game, though.
Listen, if they beat the Buccaneers where we couldn't, I will adjust these power rankings accordingly. But I don't think they're going to beat the Buccaneers. I don't even think it'll be half as good of a game as ours was against the Buccaneers.
You could be right. Number 8, I have the Indianapolis Colts at number 8.
Too low.
You love your Colts. You love them.
My number 8, and they have the same spot they were in last week, is the Seattle Seahawks at 3-2. I feel like we lost to a very good opponent, so I don't feel like that should drop us in the rankings too much because, again, had we lost against the Panthers, different story. We lost against what I would consider to be one of the top Super Bowl contenders right now. And it was a close game against them, too, and really could have gone either way.
We were favored, though, remember.
I know. I feel like 8 is a good spot for us. I think we are the best team in our division because mine goes Rams, 49ers, Hawks. That in my rankings here. Okay. Like we're bunched up. It's very close.
I got you. Number 7, there's where I have the Rams. LA Rams at number 7. I think they're still a good team. I know they lost to the Niners, but with Stafford, they put up points. They're a good team.
So then you have the 49ers ahead. Oh, wow. My number 7 is the Jacksonville Jaguars, 4-1, which I think speaks volumes because they're not necessarily playing like a 4-1 team, or they haven't yet, but they did last week.
They're winning
on Monday. So
they're winning. Number 6, I have the San Francisco 49ers at 6.
Disgusting.
Sorry. I know, but right now they're winning, and I give it to the coaching staff because they beat good teams.
No, I don't disagree.
I don't know how.
If they beat the Bucs, I will put them ahead of us on the power rankings. I assure you of that. My number 6 is the Washington Commanders, 3-2.
Wow.
I know.
We're miles apart. I had them at 14.
I think the commies are back. I think that they're going to continue to win games. I think Jaden Daniels is the guy.
Well, then I'm going to hit you with my blow your mind kind of deal. You just hit me square. I have number 5, the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you and I feel very differently.
We are so far apart on those teams. Okay. Yeah, I think the Packers are better than Washington by far, but that's just me.
All right. That's fair.
All right.
My number 5 is the Colts. There should be a top 5 team. They're
good.
They're badass. I can say that on this show. And
good.
I love Daniel Jones. Redemption story, MVP, my king. Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor's kicking butt. Yeah.
JT, what a powerhouse running back they've got there. Great team.
That rookie tight end stud Warren.
Oh yeah.
Number 4, Philadelphia Eagles for me at number 4.
They dropped for me, but not as low as 4. For my number 4, I do have the Buccaneers.
Okay.
At 4-1. I think Buccaneers serious Super Bowl contenders. The only reason I don't have the Buccaneers higher is I wish they would win by bigger margins. I don't like.
I know
the
everything
fact
comes
that
down to
they're
the fourth
so
quarter. Every game with him comes down to last minute.
And that's the problem, right? We are really counting on Baker being clutch in those last 2 minutes 9 times out of 10, and it's like I'd rather we win better.
They won without Bucky Irving too, and what's his face, the receiver.
They're missing Evans.
Yeah, they literally kicked our butt without.
No, don't get me wrong. They're a great team. I wish they could give me more points than the closeness that we've been getting.
There we go. For me, number 3 is Tampa Bay. I have the Bucks at 3.
And my number 3 is the Eagles.
Okay, this will be the good part. Okay,
I think we probably have the same setup here.
Probably.
But, you're number 2.
My number 2, I went with the Detroit Lions. They're number 2. I think that team is. I think they're just getting better and better. I think they have. People are still not ready to write them in as just a great team, but I think the way they're playing, they're hard to ignore.
No, I love Jared Goff. I think Amon-Ra St. Brown. There's so many weapons, and they're utilizing them properly.
Their coach Campbell's a stud.
Yeah, no, I love the Lions. I really, really want to see them go far.
Me too. Matter of fact, I think we both want to see both these teams go far.
This would be our ideal Super Bowl right here.
And I know they're coming off a loss. I get it. But it's still the Buffalo Bills to me are the number 1 team.
Yeah, no,
because all those teams have one loss, and I think the Bills team is the best team out of the bunch.
Yeah, no, out of all the 4-1 teams, the Bills are by far the best, and they're the best without half the weapons the other teams have. Correct. I think. I mean, imagine if you gave Josh Allen, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and like Puka Nacua, and it'd be insane.
Saquon.
Yeah, no, they're doing a lot with a little, and that just preaches to how good of a team they are.
And everybody eats. That's their mantra.
Yeah, so it shows.
All right, so we're so our big different ones of the weekend where we're miles apart is that I think the Packers are rock solid and better than Washington, and you think opposite. You think Washington's rock solid over Green Bay.
Yeah, and you know what? Neither of us had New England, huh?
I know. No, I think they're a bubble. I think New England's a good team. You can make an argument, I think, for any one of those 15 or 14 spots, but. Time will tell. That was a big, big win for them, and I do like Vrabel, their coach. I think he's got them playing great ball. We'll see.
Yeah, no, I agree. Now, who do you think is the worst team in the NFL? Do you think it is the winless Jets, or do you think there is a team worse than the Jets that just happened to have a better
The question
record?
becomes, could the Jets beat any one of those worst teams?
That's hard. It's so hard to. I cannot tell you how the Jets play their games.
I don't either. I have to say, I'm going to still go on record and who do I think will end up with the number 1 pick in the draft? I still think it's going to be the Saints.
The Saints, because in reality, your worst teams right now, your Saints, Browns, Panthers, Titans, and Jets. Easy.
Yep.
Out of all those, the one I do think is the weakest.
Who do you see getting the number 1 pick in the draft? That's the question.
Yeah, it kind of has to be the Saints because, every one of those other teams has a little bit going for him. Mm-hmm. Spencer Rattler's not the guy. I don't think Spencer Rattler is better than Bryce Young. I definitely don't think he's better than Cam Ward. Justin Fields, you can kind of make an argument there where they're pretty compatible. Right. And then
you start looking at the other positions, though, with the Jets, because I agree with you when it comes to the quarterback. You just said his name.
Justin Fields?
Yeah. But, you still got Breece Hall. You still got Garrett Wilson. You still have weapons on that
Sauce
team.
Gardner.
And Sauce Gardner. And not to say New Orleans doesn't have a few. You got Olave, and you do have
Kamara.
But Kamara is on it. He's not spring chicken.
They're busting out Taysom Hill again.
I know.
It's just, and defensively, they have Kool-Aid McKinstry, who's having a great year, finally.
Yep. Yeah, but the Jets have Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, and it's just, I don't know. I do see them as the worst of the two. Do they play at all? They've got to play at some point.
That's a great question. I am not sure.
I would very much be interested in how that...
A lot of times they don't, though, because they're different conferences.
That's true. Because, right now you look at Carolina, Bryce Young is serviceable. He's not great. He's got decent weapons with McMillan and Xavier Leggett, and obviously a little bit of a run game going on down there with Pollard and Hubbard. So there's enough going for Panthers to be doing something right. Browns, obviously, defensively, they're powerhouses, so it's hard to say that they'll be the worst team. They've just got, when you've got Myles Garrett, it's hard to be the worst. Granted, Browns have managed to do it, but they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And in reality, they've got 2 QBs that we haven't seen anything with. So very well could be that they finish their season way stronger because Dylan Gabriel or Shedeur Sanders is a stud. Who knows? Impossible to tell. And then Titans Titans is a mess. Titans is a hard one to even know. Cam Ward, it's obviously too early to say whether or not he's a bust. He hasn't done anything to like blow my mind, but at the same time, like, what is he supposed to do? Where's his weapons at?
Right.
And then New Orleans, where your best stars are aging. I think Kamara, the fact that he's still running as good as he is a testament to him, but he's old. He's going to be on downswing. And then Chris Olave is okay. I don't think he's as good as he was in his freshman and sophomore seasons. And that's pretty much where that ends and begins.
Right. I was looking at the Jets schedule just to answer your question. Actually, they do play the Saints.
Oh, wow.
The Jets play the Saints on December 21st.
What a horrible Christmas gift.
Yeah, right. They play a couple of 1-4. They play the Browns, too. They play the Dolphins at 1-4. They play the Ravens at 1-4. So they do.
That's the craziest thing, right? Like, anybody else with that schedule is stoked, but the for some reason, the Jets should be scared.
It is interesting, though, Tom, you're right. With only 2 games after that, I wonder if that might come down to who's taking the lead for that number 1 pick in the draft.
Could be. And the Saints desperately need one.
And they all need quarterbacks.
Yeah, they do.
all need quarterbacks.
And if either of those teams do not draft a quarterback, they're idiots.
Who's the other 1-4 team we were talking, or the other one of the worst ones we were talking? Oh, Titans they're not drafting a quarterback.
No, they're gonna roll with Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Panthers maybe. If the Panthers continue to lose and they somehow find their way towards the top spot, they might go quarterback.
What happens if the Dolphins continue to bomb? Do they stick with Tua?
They shouldn't. He's a liability. I don't think he's the guy at all.
Yeah, I don't. It definitely hasn't looked good.
Like,
for him.
roll with him, use him as a veteran talent to train some rookie, but you should be looking towards future right now, and the future is not Tyreek Hill. Or not Tua Tagovailoa. It's not Tyreek Hill either because he's gone. No, the Dolphins, I think, whether you like it or not, you're going to be in a rebuild mode within the next year or so. I do not see you guys being able to do anything with your current roster at all.
And their last 3 of their last 4 games, if it comes down to the Dolphins, seeing where they are drafting, you've got the Steelers, then the Bengals, you can get Buccaneers and Patriots. So you have some tough games to finish out your season.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Sorry, Nikki.
That's what I'm saying, man. 1-5. They're going to go 1-5. Honestly, they could go even worse, but that was just what I was comfortable saying at the time.
No, so. I hear you. I hear you. There are some quarterbacks coming in the draft this year, though, from out of college. So if Nick was to have his Dolphins were to have a rough year, you might land yourself a future quarterback, possibly.
Yeah, possibly.
Because they're probably going to be a top 5 pick at this rate.
Oh, yeah. This one's going to be a shorter episode for our pod here. We're hitting about the 37-minute mark right now. I know, isn't that crazy? Because we've been in here for an hour, but we take so much time doing our betting and our drafts.
So that's okay. That's okay.
Hey, it's a sports podcast. It's not supposed to be ridiculously long. We get the info out, we get you our picks, our rankings, and we move on.
And I know this is not football, but you and I are also Mariner fans, so can we just throw a quick little? Our Mariners literally are playing right now.
1 o'clock, yeah.
So the Mariners are playing Game 3 of the division series. Yep, against the Detroit Tigers. So. Go Mariners.
Yeah. And unfortunately, go Yankees just because I want the Mariners to be the ones to knock them out of the playoffs.
Sorry, Nicky, but yeah, we do want that. And you've won enough, Nick. Who cares?
Yeah, Nick. God.
Yeah.
Just be quiet. You know?
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Share the love, buddy. It's 0-0 by the... Oh, it's a delay.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
Weather.
Must be playing in Seattle.
No, they're playing in Detroit.
Oh. Well, all right. Well, from all of us here at Desert Highway Radio, we want to thank you for listening to Generational Talent, and go Hawks.